Yeah.
Chris. How are you doing?
Yeah, we gotta do it.
Alright, walk straight and then ready, set, turn. I'm telling you, that's gonna be on you.
Guys, wait for the dad. Hey, Mom.
Shane's got it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, what is this?
I was trying to fix one thing and it ruined everything. Walk texted me, ready. It's like, hey, we're already done. Like,
For the beautiful souls in this class of 2026 on your commencement day, I invite you to close your eyes. Family and friends and faculty, I invite you to raise your hand in blessing over our graduates. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you find peace in a noisy world. May you pause for a breath at this threshold. May this day be a genuine day of celebrating and commencing. May you be safe. May your worries fade. May your failures yield growth. May your friendships root and flower and change and sustain you. May your deep learning continue. May you be healthy. May you think of this day often with gratitude. May you once in a while be overcome by what you've accomplished here. May you find peace. May you once in a while feel the depth of all you are being called to bring to a world in need. May you be dissatisfied with the world you are inheriting. May you be committed to doing the work you can in the place you are. May you pause for a breath at this threshold. May you one day glimpse the depth of the gift you've here received and the vast numbers of people who made it possible. May their love flow into and through you, and may you in turn love those who need it. May this be a day of celebrating. As you sit and wait to cross the stage, as you hear each name read a prayer, may you sense your promise and theirs. And as you wander the quad today after, may you scan the crowd and see someone who helped you, parent, teacher, sibling, friend, mentor, and look them in the eye and say from a deep place, thank you. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you find peace. May you pause for a breath at this threshold. May you be well. Amen. I invite you to remain standing or rise as you're able for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Please be seated. Well, good warm morning, everyone. I am John Bravman, 17th President of Bucknell University, and it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to our 176th Commencement Ceremony. Congratulations, class of 2026. We also warmly welcome Bucknell faculty and staff with deep gratitude for the commitment that made this day possible for our 995 degree candidates. On behalf of all university employees, it has been a deep privilege to be part of your growth, and we are so proud to join you today to celebrate your many accomplishments. Importantly, we also warmly welcome your families and friends. Whether they are here in person or watching the live stream from other parts of the world, their encouragement and support helped you reach this milestone. Candidates, would you please rise, turn around, and thank your family and friends assembled here today. And now, if I could ask the entire audience to rise, please, and thank the faculty and staff here assembled for what they have wrought with your children. Please be seated. In the class of 2026 convocation address, about 1,340 days ago, I spoke about my belief that we all share responsibility for doing difficult work. There will always be difficult work, even if the specific challenges may change from generation to generation, or more lately from year to year and even from month to month. Here at Bucknell, our community has felt the impact of national and global challenges, from economic pressure and climate change to the brutality of warfare. I also note that you have experienced loss on a more personal level, including that of a beloved friend and classmate, Andy Bushati. Our hearts are with Andy's parents and family members today. Please join me for a brief moment of silence in Andy's memory. And yet, despite it all, you found shared joy and special moments over the past 4 years. Many, I imagine. Some of you saw A-Rod sinking that half-court shot at Soika Pavilion, winning $10,000 for a lucky student. Maybe it was walking or running with friends on the new Bucknell Greenway path. And being the first senior class in recent history to celebrate Bucknell's Charter Day, when some of you braved freezing temperatures to cling to the bison statue for hours and hours and hours on end. All of these experiences together shaped your path to this moment here this morning, as individuals and as a class. I opened your convocation in August of 2022 by quoting John Kennedy's famous 1962 speech at Rice University, in which he boldly announced the United States' intention to land a man on the moon. I'm just old enough to remember those moments. We choose to go to the moon not because it is easy, but because it is hard. That day, I challenged you to embrace difficulty from your very first night on campus, not despite its discomfort, but because of what it demands of all of us. President Kennedy's words found new resonance just a few weeks ago when, for the first time since 1972, humans left Earth's orbit and flew around the moon. The world was captivated by the Artemis II and its crew from the April 1 launch through the April 10th splashdown. For a brief shining moment, our collective attention was turned to the miracle of space travel and our deeply shared humanity. We were reminded of what is possible when we believe deeply and work together. President Kennedy's 1962 challenge continues to inspire new generations to do hard things. As you begin your next chapters, be confident in your ability to embrace difficulty, navigate uncertainty, and reach your goals. You are ready to pursue your own Artemis II. And now it is my deep pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Ken Freeman, a loyal member of the class of 1972, three-term member of the Bucknell Board of Trustees, and recipient of the 2018 Stephen W. Taylor Medal, the university's highest honor. Ken was selected to be the class speaker today by the senior class officers. 54 years ago, Mr. Freeman was sitting where you are now, about to launch a stellar career that began at Corning Incorporated, where he held finance and management roles. He continued to become chairman and CEO of its Quest Diagnostics spinoff, skillfully guiding the company's rise to global leadership in diagnostic information services. Next, Mr. Freeman served as a partner in one of the world's leading investment firms, Kohlberg, Kravis, and Roberts. His exceptional accomplishments earned him recognition as one of Harvard Business Review's 100 best performing CEOs in the world in both 2010 and 2013. But more recently, Mr. Freeman served as interim president of Boston University. He is also Dean Emeritus and Professor of the Practice at BU's Questrom School of Business, where he served for 8 years as the Alan Questrom Professor and Dean. Deeply committed to undergraduate education, he is forever immortalized at Bucknell by the College of Management, named in his honor and made possible by him. The most important thing, however, to know about Mr. Freeman does not appear anywhere on his resume. It is his genuine kindness, his depth of warmth and care for others, his authenticity, and his unwavering commitment to ethical leadership. This is something I encourage you to reflect upon as you enter a competitive economy where aggressive business leaders are too often lauded as brilliant or visionary. That approach is not required for career success, as Mr. Freeman's professional journey demonstrates so well. And on a more personal note, I have treasured Ken's friendship and wise counsel since our first meeting in 2010, when, as chairman of the board and a member of the Presidential Search Committee, he convinced me to make a career change that would alter the course of my own and my family's life. A move to the East Coast was the last thing my wife and I were thinking about, especially with our first child on the way. But Ken's deep and genuine belief in Bucknell convinced us to put down roots in this extraordinary place, and we are forever grateful. Friends, I can think of no better example of alumni loyalty and commitment to this university's mission and values than Ken Freeman. We are a stronger and better community because of him, and incredibly fortunate to welcome him back to campus today to deliver the commencement address. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ken Freeman.
Good morning. Members of the class of 2026, President Bravman, distinguished faculty and staff, families and friends, Congratulations on this festive occasion. Graduates, many of you are wondering how you'll make choices in front of you. Or you may just be wondering how long I will speak. Briefly, be assured. Or maybe you're asking something entirely different, like, did I remember to delete those TikTok videos from last night? While preparing for today, I reached out for advice from a friend who's delivered several commencement addresses. She said, they won't remember that you gave the commencement address, let alone highlights of your message. So keep it light, keep it short, try to make it fun. And remember, all they want are their diplomas. I can relate, having graduated from Bucknell 54 years ago. Preparing for today, I could not recall who our commencement speaker was, let alone the message. What I do remember very clearly is that I sat in the seat that you're sitting in the vicinity of right there, at my class of 1972 commencement ceremony, one of 566 graduates. Basking in the sun, I was thinking about my 4 years at Bucknell and wondering what the future might be like for me. I was about to get married to my high school sweetheart, who is still my sweetheart. Was about to go to work at Corning Glass in upstate New York, and since it was the Vietnam War era, I was drafted and had a military obligation. Sitting where you are, I thought back to my freshman dorm, Trax Hall, a double on the 4th floor with a beautiful view of the infirmary and power plant. We did have electricity and heat, but air conditioning was called open the window. What about communicating with the outside world? It was accomplished using a payphone in Roberts Hall or sending letters via the U.S. Postal Service. There was one television set in the lounge of each dormitory with 5 or 6 channels to choose from, newspapers and periodicals in the library, the weekly Bucknellian newspaper, and messages about campus events were posted on bulletin boards all across campus. That was it. And computing. We had access to one computer on campus, a Xerox Sigma 7 mainframe in Dana Engineering for computer programming courses and faculty research, and we used punch cards for programming. Sounds like the Stone Age now, doesn't it? Living conditions improved after my freshman year. Sophomore year took me to Schwartz Hall, and junior and senior years to New Dorm, the preferred residence hall on campus. You know it as Vetter Hall. Recently renovated 60 years after it was built. Men lived on the left side, women lived on the right side, and the women had nightly curfews and check-ins. During my senior year, a new building opened on campus, the University Center, now known as the Elaine Langone Center. Dining choices were very limited. One of our most memorable was what seemed like a weekly veal cutlet, which closely resembled a hockey puck in texture and appearance. Residences called the Mods were being completed across Route 15 near the Art Barn and Animal Research Facility. The Mods were to be temporary, only for a few years. As you know, they finally disappeared and have been replaced by beautiful, permanent student residences during your time here, more than 50 years later. Oh yes, and for those paying the bills, annual tuition, room, and board was $6,700. That's the equivalent of $52,000 in today's world. Sitting in your seat 54 years ago, I certainly loved and appreciated the people who cared for me, my parents, but I did not realize or appreciate how much I owed them. My dad was a people person who came to America from Nova Scotia, Canada, as a teenager. He lived to the ripe old age of 101 and taught me the importance of honesty and integrity and of treating everyone with dignity, fairness, and respect. Engaging comfortably and respectfully with others from all walks of life became ingrained as part of my very being. My mom, she was dedicated to my brother and me. She was my personal driver when pursuing musical interests from a very early age. She taught me the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. I benefited from her selflessness, and making a difference for others became my purpose. Like some of you, I'm a first-generation college graduate. Let's hear it for the first-generation graduates. I am most grateful that my parents instilled a passion for learning in me, which led me to Bucknell. That passion for learning and for Bucknell continues to this very day. Take a moment to think about the gifts you have received from your loved ones. You have your own unique stories to tell about how your families and friends have impacted your lives. They raised you. They've supported you. The person you have become and the talents you will share with the world are gifts you received at least in part from them and built upon at Bucknell. When I sat in your seat, I did not appreciate the impact Bucknell would have on my life. I knew I'd received a tremendous education from outstanding faculty, had a great student experience with wonderful support from the staff, and established lifelong friendships with fellow students. I sat where you are, saying to myself, got my degree, it's time to move on. As the years went by, Bucknell's impact on me became clear. Simply said, Bucknell changed my life for the better. How so, you might ask? It was because of the people of Bucknell. Here are just two examples. I landed a job at the very last minute, thanks to the generosity of a Bucknellian and trustee at the time, Campbell Rutledge, class of 1934, a senior executive at Corning Glass. And Professor Sidney L. Miller, a demanding business strategy expert, urged me to have confidence in myself, to take the risk and aim high as I explored furthering my education in graduate school and pursuing different career paths. These two Bucknellians, one a graduate and the other a professor, changed my outlook, my prospects, and my future, and represent the best of Bucknell. Only with the passage of time did I fully realize and appreciate Bucknell's impact on me. Now let's turn to each of you, members of the class of 2026. Bucknell has changed your lives too. And sitting in the bright sunshine today, you may not realize it yet. What will be your Bucknell story? Like the class of 72, you received a great education from amazing faculty dedicated to your learning and amazing staff dedicated to supporting your experience here. Like the class of 72, you established lifelong friendships, and some of you have even found your lifelong partner here. Like the class of 72, you endured the gray and cold and sometimes snowy days of winter and relished the beauty of fall and spring. And like the class of 72, on this day, graduation day, you do not know what is next. Graduates, be assured, Bucknell prepared you to bring your intelligence, your energy, and your hope to a world facing many challenges. Be proud of what you've done here. Use what you've learned here to meet challenges and encounter and take advantage of opportunities that come your way. Be curious and always keep learning. Keep the faith. The class of 72 has persevered and made it in a complex world, and so will you. What's the bottom line? Your Bucknell experience set the stage by creating a solid foundation for what is to come for each of you. The most anyone can remember from a talk is three things, and memory is fleeting. So here are 3 ideas or suggestions based on personal experience. If you embrace them as part of your own toolkit, you'll make a difference in the world, you'll enjoy your life personally and professionally, and you'll do so with a smile. First, decide the type of human being you want to be. You are in charge of your own life. Take the time to define your purpose and your personal values, who you are and what you stand for. Life's a series of choices. By living your values and pursuing your purpose in all that you do, you'll have the courage to take risks, to endure potential false starts, stumbles, and disappointments, and to celebrate all that is good in life. Unlike artificial intelligence, you have a heart and soul. Be a bridge builder. Treat everyone with dignity and respect. Find ways to engage and build relationships beyond narrow social groups and work. And please, get off your phones. Establish genuine and lasting human relationships. Perhaps I should say that again. And please, get off your phones. Establish genuine and lasting human relationships, person to person, face to face. There's much more to life than just making connections on your screens. You have a lot to give, human to human. Be part of something bigger than you alone. Second, believe in yourself. Each of you have earned the right to be self-confident. You have a lot going for you as you enter the world. Have confidence, have courage, and aim high, grounded in your purpose and values. However, for those of you with a high degree of self-confidence, beware of taking your well-earned self-confidence to the next level and appearing to be arrogant in the eyes of others. Arrogance is a silent destroyer. It destroys relationships. It destroys businesses and communities. And it will negatively impact your reputation. No one likes a self-important know-it-all. Absolutely no one. There's a big difference between confidence and arrogance. Arrogance is about being full of yourself, whereas confidence is about being full of information and knowledge and being open to new ideas. Make certain you're believable and genuine, compassionate and caring. Earn the right to be trusted. Remember, arrogance kills. If, on the other hand, self-confidence is elusive for you, and you have a healthy dose of self-doubt and fear of failure, please don't give up. Believe in yourself, persevere, have courage, and maintain a positive attitude. Perfection should not be your objective. We are all tested in life. That's how we grow. By deciding what we stand for and where we want to go in life, and having confidence in yourself, but not too much and not too little, you will be able to make a difference in the world. Third, my final message is to keep the 2 most important words in the forefront today and every day. What are those 2 words? Those 2 words are Ray Bucknell. I got carried away for a moment. Those 2 words are thank you. When someone says thank you to you, do you appreciate it? Of course you do. Do you know anyone that doesn't appreciate receiving a heartfelt thank you for their efforts? The recipient will be gratified, and so will you. As you celebrate this tremendous milestone, take the time to say thank you to the people that have made and are making a difference in your life. Professors, staff members, family, and friends. You will be glad you did, and so will they. There you have it, 3 ideas. Decide the type of person you want to be through values and purpose. Be confident, not arrogant or reluctant as you pursue your life journey. And remember the power of thank you. This brings me to the end of our conversation and the opportunity to offer 3 heartfelt thank yous. First, thank you to Bucknell's faculty and staff for continuing to build on a remarkable 176-year tradition of celebrating excellence in higher education. Second, thank you to the loved ones, families, and friends in attendance for your support of today's graduates. And finally, class of 2026, this is your day. The conclusion of your time on campus as students and the beginning of a lifelong relationship with Bucknell University as alumni. Congratulations and thank you to the remarkable class of 2026. Thank you.
Well, it's hard to say, Ken, you're wrong, but there's 4. Thank you, Ken Freeman. And now please welcome our University Provost, Wendy Sternberg, to the podium to present our annual teaching awards. Wendy?
Thank you, President Bravman. On behalf of your faculty and your college deans, I offer the class of 2026 my warmest congratulations on your graduation from Bucknell. In 4 years, you have transformed from new high school graduates to sophisticated communicators and critical thinkers. You are curious and creative, analytical and ambitious. It has truly been a privilege to be part of your intellectual journey. In recognition of some of the professors who guided you on that journey, it is now my pleasure to present this year's Teaching Awards, which honor professors for outstanding service as teacher scholars. As I call your names, please stand. We award the class of 1956 lectureship for inspirational teaching to Christina Zidias, Professor of Political Science. The Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Award for Distinguished Teaching goes to Nathalie Dupont, Associate Professor of French and Francophone Studies. We have 2 presidential awards for teaching excellence to announce. The first recipient is Annetta Grant, Associate Professor of Markets, Innovation, and Design. Professor Grant is unable to be here today. The second honoree is Andrew Sloboda, Associate Professor of Mechanical Engineering. And finally, we are pleased to present the Writing Across the Curriculum Award of Excellence to Ramona Fruja, Associate Professor of Education. Professor Fruja is unable to be here today. Congratulations and thank you all for your dedication to our students. It is now my pleasure to invite my colleague, Professor Alan Cheville, Secretary of the Faculty, to present the class.
It is time. Candidates for degrees, please rise. President Bravman, on behalf of the faculty, I have the honor of presenting to you candidates for degrees. These degrees will be conferred at a later date upon verification that degree requirements have been completed.
upon recommendation of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Board of Trustees, and subject to your completion of the requirements, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate degree, admitting you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities which throughout the world pertain to that degree, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of this university. Congratulations.
The candidates for degrees will please be seated.
Mr. President, I have the pleasure of presenting candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences, 637 in number. Alexandra Grace Accardo. Olivia Rose Adragna. Amanda Dea Amgambiri. Mohammed Ahmed. Jack Wilson Albers. Casey Melanie Alejo Rios. Emily Ann Ballard Alexander. Matthew Christopher Alexander. Marie Victoire Alexis. Eunice Jalal Al-Halak in absentia. Malik Nasir Ali. Juana N. Ali. Elizabeth Ruth Alderdice. Jordan Elise Altum. Carter Wales Alvord. Faith Amelia Amabile. Derek Tyree Anderson Jr. Nathan Patrick Anderson. N.A. Merv Andiken. Alexa Andron. Brian Alexander Auerbach. Joseph Matthew Azanario Jr. Josephine DeVere Badgley. Thandanka Matthew Mpofu Bongo. Madeline Alexandra Barber. James Henry Barker IV. Benjamin Feaster Barkowski. Chase Alexander Barlow. Brooks Morgan Berry. Michael Dominic Bartush. Deirdre Evita Bossi Mulvanerton. Ethan John Beachy. Chris Beard. Robert Walter Beard. Julia Marie Bosola in absentia. Aaron Greeley Beck. Christopher G. Beeger. Lindsay Byer. Luca Danielle Belmonte. Jessica Benatar. Austin James Bennett. Laura Kelly Bennett. Jaden Isaiah Benzan. Quinn William Berger. Ruit Bijiek. Samuel Richard Thomas Bitzer. Catherine Lynn Blount. William Taylor Blumenthal, in absentia. Ella Josephine Boback. Hannah Pinamang Bofa. Isabella Rocio Bowen. Alexandra Kathleen Boyd. Carol Ann Bredesen. Tessa Alexievna Brezik. Alexander Ray Brown. Luke Littleton Brown. Sophia Rain Brost. Elizabeth Gloria Bryant. Matthew Bukalu. Aiden Isaac Bookman. Garrison Troy Bullock. William Thomas Burson. Annabelle Lola Bertson. Brenna Dank Bush. Benjamin Adam Bucksbaum. Brett MacArthur Callahan. Lamine Camara. Megan McBride Canfield. Laura Sofia Caro Sanchez. Benjamin William Castangue. Gabrielle Angelo Catania. Stephen Samuel Seller. Elliot Centeno. Joseph Peter Servini III. Tori Jackson Chase. Dylan Michael Christie. Jeffrey Michael Cianfrocca Jr. Grace Orchard Chara. Mary Clark. Neely Carlisle Clark. John William Codding. Margaret Grace Cody. Sadie Leon Condon. Isabella Sundin Conoscenti. Emily Elizabeth Cook. Allison Page Cook. Celia Catherine Cook. William Ryan Cooney. Dylan Cal Cooper. Caroline Grace Corbett. Brooke Michelle Corpus. Tiran Ty Koshka. Brennan Joseph Cruz. Allie Tiffany Cruz Flores. Nicholas George Cuevas. Emma Nicole Colhane. Amanda G. Cullen. Ava Durasmo. Amy Jessica Davila. Aaron Davis. Sam Michael DeLuca. Jenna Monet DeLucia. Ryan Andrew DePalma. Luke Andrew DeBenedetto. Henry Tyler Didden. Dari Beroslavova Dimitriova. Trent Michael Dinnett. Catherine E. Deneen. Jason Stephen Disher. Luke William Damaraki. Patrick Joseph Donauer. Aiden Michael Donovan. Kara Emily Dorst. Paulina Eva Draben. Haley Ray Drapcho, Sophia Victoria Duffy, Catherine Grace Duffy, Josephine Emma Dugan, in absentia, Spencer Gruner Durbin, Eliana Marin Eisman, Athalia Rayon Elvis, Elizabeth Jane Engbertson, Marco V. Escobar Barrios, Amira Bess Jackson Faden, Ferris, Kieran Rose Farley, Daniel Klein Van Zandario, William Hill Ferguson II, Teresa Elizabeth Ficken, Nora Hunt Finlay, Ryan Curtis Firestone, in absentia, Charlotte Fitzpatrick Fisher, Catherine Maria Isabella Fitzgerald, Christina Anastasia Focus, Amelia Jane Fowler, Corinna Rose Fowler, Margaret S. Francini, Madison Ryan Frank, Alexander Sebastian Frazier, Brianna Vivian Frazilis, Luke Ryan Freeman, Dana Merce Friedlander, Clara Elizabeth Fuller, Vernon Joshua Fulton, Ryan Walter Gallant, Danielle Blue Ganscher, Michael Andre Garcia, Yasser N. Gardner Sizer, Joshua Sean Gary, Abigail Grace Gavron, Dante Ramses Gayton, Viola Mae Geisman, Louis Childs Germain Jr., Erin Josephine Gillespie, Paige Elizabeth Gilmartin, Jack Harrison Goheen, Deborah Carney Gompak, Aiden Michael Grant, Emma Claire Green, Mikhail A. Green, Madalena Rose Greco, Alexander Reinerio Greer, Dylan Jules Gwyn Bailey, in absentia. Sorry. Present. Hao Jin Guan, in absentia. Maya Goering, Ann C. Guthrie, William Vanderbilt Guthrie III, Isabella Reina Guzman, Claire Caroon Haggerty, Danielle Bowen Hahn, Jason Preston Harmer, Claire Olivia Hartner, Abigail Jane Hosner, Amanda Hay, Samantha Rees Heffernan, Zane Gregory Hensel, Mateo Herrera, Jack Aiden Hirschberg, Sarah Ann Hoyer, Alexandra Irene Higgins, Pierce Allen Hoffer, Callie Holland, Cole Christopher Holloway, William Daniel Hopkins, Hattie Grace Hopper, Elena Boyes Houghton, Cooper S. Hyken, Catherine Ann Inslee, Benjamin Michael Eisenstein, Eric Yeager, Kaylin Mackenzie Jacina, Ryan Michael Jedlicka, Zachary Richard Jelinek, Mary Catherine Jenkins, Gwendolyn Jones, Sarah Elizabeth Jordan, Kobe Lee Jolks, Gwen Elizabeth Kallmeyer, Aiden Dietrich Kam, Ria Kant, Elizabeth Marie Cassetta, Ryan J. Katz, Olivia Rose Kearns, Claire Ellen Cayley, Nina Isabella Kent, James David Key, Maya Anjali Kidder, Alexis Madison Colleen, Jeffrey Raphael Killian Jr., Dennis Kim, Doyun Kim, Isabella Demi Kimbiris, Danielle Leon Kissel, Jackson Campbell Kiselbush, Hannah Jane Klanderman, Elizabeth Grace Klingman, Mason Alexander Klotz, Colin Breckenridge Noft, Catherine E. Knight, Greta Sokla Kobus, Isabella Grace Koch, Danielle John Coast, Tiana Kosic, Ava Rose Kowalski, Devin Lenore Crayer, Rudy Lawrence Christensen Garal, Jack Thatcher Krug, Kylie Marie Krug, Christina Louise Kurtz, Maya James Locke, Dylan Stephen Long, Freddie James Lapworth, David Lara Ruiz, Ava Lee Lauk, Alexander Beck Lefevre, Jessica Faye Leon, Benjamin Alexander Leone, Haley Brooke Leopold, Robert Joseph Lerner, Shay Evangeline Lerner, Charlotte Alice Levasseur, Cooper Thomas Levinson, Megan Elizabeth Leiden, Victoria Grace Lieberman, Jack George Lieblein in absentia, Katerina Marta Liloya, Nicole Mary Leumis, Jamie S. Lippett, Xing Yi Lu, Tyler Douglas Locke, Kaylee Reyna Long, Nicholas Romeo Loria, Madison Ann Lotarina, Grace Modupeo Luwa Lucan, Ewin Luo, in absentia, Niang O Lun, Julia Reese McDonald, Alejandra Machado, Maddie Sue McComber, Isabella Stefania Macy's. No. You're great. Zoe Merritt Maidman. Gabrielle Thomas Maiolo. Martson Gray Mankovich. Mira Catherine Manilov. Rhiannon Diane Mansfield. Haley Ray Marchek. Ani Alexis Martin Rossini. Mark Eden Madison. Margot Jane Maxwell. Sarah Emily Maisie. Tegan Fraser McCain. Hannah Sophia McCarran. Haley Jane McClure. Devin Rose McConaughey. Brendan Michael McDonald. Graham Andrews McGinnis. Kiara Wren McGowan. Caroline Virginia McGuigan. Quinn Ryan McIntyre. Joseph Lucas McLaughlin. Rose Margot McLish. James Thomas McNally. Catherine Elizabeth McSorley. Lauren Rowe Medeiros. Zoe Teva Mendel. Gavin Thomas Menick. Jackson Peter Merley. Anna Christina Meyer. Michael J. Meyer. Ellery Grace Michael. Danielle Murphy Miller. Ella Grace Miller. Capri Mills. Cullen Ryan Mills. Finola Gail Mimna. Serene Maurice Minassian. Derek Rufus Misrock. Lucy Marie Mitchell. Madeline Jane Mitchell. Caitlin Joan Mitsuoka. Emily Isabella Malaris. Logan Paulina Moore. Lauren Morabito. Nicole Juliana Moran. Lucas Connor Morgan. In absentia. Eliza Evans Morris. Julian Aiden Morris. Alexander Thomas Morrison. Hannah Elizabeth Mosieni. Jacob Park Muir. Samantha Molly Mulder. Cahill Najet Mullah. Brooke Rose Muller. Vivian Elizabeth Munschauer. Jackson L. Murad. Abigail Jane Ney. Alexandra Campbell McLean Nesbitt. An Shung No. Dana Wynn. Jillian Nichols. Amanda Jane Niemeyer. Carolyn Regina O'Brien. Maeve Kenny O'Keefe. Claire Elizabeth O'Keefe. Ella Sheridan O'Maria. Luke Francis O'Reilly. Benjamin Gibbons O'Rourke. Kevin John O'Toole. John Walter Onegian, Alexandria Kenna Pace, Juliana Michelle Pagano, Mary Rose Page, Cassie Ann Pagnazzi, Renee Gabrielle Ahil Palma, Bradley Madison Pau, Angel Jesus Paucar, Brianna Perea, Caitlin Louise Peters, Catherine Brooke Peterson, Hannah Andrew Phillips, William Harvey Lucier Pickering, Julia Grace Piver, Anna Kirby Plant, Janae Laura Denise Pointer, James Evangelos Poulos, Caroline Ann Pritchard, Gianna Rose Purro, Hillary Marilyn Quinsbury, Judith M. Ramos, Marissa Ellen Rapino, Ethan J. Wu Ratner, Henry Marshall Ratner, Sophia Rose Reed, Patrick Deacons Riley, Luke Charles Frederick Renaud, Megan Elizabeth Rentner, Charles Greer Reynolds, Alexandria K. Rhodes, Paige Caroline Richter, Abigail R. Robertson, Samantha Rodriguez, Margaret Rodriguez Sanchez, Zaylee Teresa Rodriguez, Isabel Noel Rose, Caitlin Ray Rogan, Eitan Yitzhak Rube, Liam Harrison Sanders, Jack Miller Sanderson, Harry Ward Sands, Kira Wood Savage, Catherine C. Shadler, Catherine Eileen Schaefer, Julia Danielle Scher, Ben Schaefer, Leanna Janelle Schilling, in absentia, Christian Soren Shipma, Caleb Robert Schmidt, Jed Zion Schweber, Emma Rose Skilatani, Kobe Sadaka, Ryan Peter Seeloss, Madison Jane Seestead, Angelina Josephine Sabrina Serapinan, Griffin Kate Shapiro, Tess Hannah Shapiro, Benjamin Sheffield, Tara Margaret Schisler, Alexandra Shizis, William Bradshaw Shoemaker, Wade Charles Schomper, Joseph Lawrence Silvestri, Catherine Opal Skinner, Ella Ruby Slayton, Abby Lynn Smith, Aidan Catherine McGee Smith, Benjamin Nicholas Smith, Aidan Francis Snowling, Sarika M. Somaya, Achille Gabrielle Spadone, Luke J. Spoonberg, Bethany Gabriela Sremansky. Adamantios Stavrakis. Alexa Stefanovic. Brianna Sullivan Steiger. Catherine Ralston Depp Stein. Stella Moscow Stevens. Caroline Grace Stone. Hugh James Strain. Ethan Jack Stranford. Grace Elizabeth Stewart. Jackson Doyle Sullivan. Ryan Lorraine Sullivan. Samuel W. Sweetser. Michael Anthony Taramina IV. Summer Brannon Taylor. Yiga Tenzin. Briley Janae Tereska. Jordan Emily Tish. James Michael Tomasello. Abby Rose Zickman, accompanied by Douglas, her service animal. Sarah Clay Toohey. Olivia Ann Torchin. Elizabeth Michael Teresi. Maxime Jean Sebastian Tozo. Man D. Tran. Riley Elizabeth Traynor. Duong Khan Truong. Catherine Elizabeth Traska. Elizabeth R. Turgeon. Isabella Ray Uriu. Thomas David James Vicari. Garrett Michael Van Blaircom DeLuise. Olivia Mae Van Etten. Mitchell Ryan Van Buskirk. Cole Jan Van Devanter. Tiffany Elaine Vanish. Constantine Stylianos Varkaris. Annalise R. Velasquez. Nicholas Owen Veneris. Demira Samira Vinson. Grace Tourmaline Visas. Jonathan Mayhew Wainwright. Zoe Catherine Walker. Griffin Davenport Walsh in absentia. Zachary Blake Wasserman. Anna Lynn Wayland. Cohen Quinn Weaver. Charlotte Cordelia Weber. Jordan Reese Weber. Jake Thomas Wechter. Cooper Grace Weil. David Patrick Whalen. Gia Marie White. Megan Alexis White. Sophia Barati White. Teresa Marie White. Jacob Thornton Wichterman. Alana Lily Williams. Caroline T. Williams. Margaret Elizabeth Williams. Sienna Marie Williams. Terrian Jeremiah Williams II. Tenley Misho Williamson. Hadley Catherine Winter. Harrison Albert Winter. Charles David Rogers Wyan. Trinity Louise Volshin. Spencer Tyler Wong. Maria Alice Wooden. Margaret Ewing Woods. Shane Connors Wynn. Isabella Lang Yan. Isabella Lang Yan. Yay, yay. Hong Jun Brian Yoon. Isabella Christine Young. John Ryan Young. Emma C. Zalewski. John Allen Zanelli. Alyssa Ann Zimmer. Christina Sophia Ziwat. Marcel Zorzen. Errol Edward Aiden. Anna Susan Garvey. For the degree Bachelor of Science, Alan Alas. Timothy Paul Alshouse Jr. Mylene Paulina Amandano. Alex Michael Araki Cordilla. Oscar Bain Moreno de Vega. Zachary Gabrielle Barbarisi. Amaya Ray Becker. Jawaad Nazir Benson. Colby J. Bernhard. Zoe Elizabeth Bertram. Paige Marie Brzezinski. Tess Elizabeth Betty. Abigail Fina Bianco. Hannah A. Bingley. Iris Beatrice Bishens. Amelia Ann Bletschmidt. Audrey Rose Dyrit Bata. Braden Kyle Bauer. Morgan Nicole Brill. Samantha Claire Bruin. Jeffrey David Bidsell. Riley Isabel Cahill. Samantha Lee Campana. Maddie Grace Canistra. Min Fong T. Gao. Nicholas Thomas Cariello. Austin Patrick Carroll. Miley Reese Kala. Jason Chung. Peter Stevenson Clifford. Nikki Caroline Crean. Matthew Christian DeAndrea. Susan Joy Deering. Raylin May Del Vera Del Campo. Gianna Marie DePina. Morgan Lynn DeWeese. Jasleen Dillon. Cecilia Francis Dial. Isabella Rose Diaz. Cecilia Elizabeth DeStefano. Joshua Juan Doe. Zane Thomas Dornson. Thompson. Emma Marie Dowds. Erin Marie Dranak. Elizabeth Ruby Ocken Ethanton. Matthew Robert Faynor. Sophia Elizabeth Fernino. Eden Mary Galashinsky in absentia. Emily Glau. Riley Wade Godek. Isabel Goldstein. Max Lawrence Goldswig. Delaney Marie Gordon. Brooke Carlisle Griffin. Jesse J. Gunn Chu. Michael James Harmon. Ethan Basil Harvey, Grayson O. Hostine, Tegan Allison Hawes, Sasha Elizabeth Highstand in absentia, Caitlin Elizabeth Hickey, Kayla Lynn Holly, Chimaka Grace Ifiabu, Eberachu Ku Mercy Igabafu, Kristen Alexa Ipina, Olivia Adele J, Eve Pipolata Johansson, Sierra Lynn Jordan, Kyla Faith Kelly, Tucker James Kerman, Elliot Elizabeth Kilgallen, Laura Catherine Kim, Tobias Sunwa Kim, Eliana Francis King, Gavin Joseph Kint, Emma Grace Kovacs, Cole Andrew Krantz, Gabrielle Faith Loria, Jevin Michael Laver, Evan Ray Leach, Kira Pascal Leclerc, Elaine Lee, Joshua John Woo Lee, Michaela Rose Lester, Kai Xing Lee, Nina Renee Loyola, David Tochoku Madik, J. Kemper Matt III, Nathan Eugene McCormick, Leo Joseph McMenamin IV, Jillian Maeve Mercer, Shane Arthur Monahan, Shannon Nicole Mooney, Natalie Rose Nareski, Andrew Owen Nehas, Christopher John Oko, Zhuxing Pan in absentia, Stephen Thomas Pepe, Sophia Ray Perkins, Emmanuel James Pombor in absentia, Sophia de Pomponio, Brooke Elise Pisnick, Nikki Martine Punt, Avery Deanna Rebar, Owen Patrick Riley, Matthew William Rotoli, Sanusha Kiran Sani, Jonathan Cooper Seitz, Victoria Jocelyn Semenov, Grace Willow Senio, Cooper Elliott Sense, Lauren Elizabeth Schaefer, Syed Ferhaj Saheed, Hannah Joy Sharp in absentia, Reese Maxim Schellen, Logan Grant Shepard, Caroline Grace Sheridan, Ian Paul Deno Schultz, Megan Olivia Simpson, Ricardo Spadea, Nathan Lawrence Stamford, Nolan Robert Stamford, Travis Dennis Stanitis, Matthew Stemple, Sinclair Beatrice Stevens, Jack Hayes Strickland, Ethan Paul Strug, Catherine Follett Suter, Ibrahim Tahir, Salim Sabele Tesfaye, Coy Nelson Testerman III, Mark William Ticknor, Madison Marie Toulon, V. Lan Tran, Riley Victoria Tucker, Axel Uribe, Juliet Ann Arlene Bleeker Van Leuven, Abigail K. Vermillion, Jefei Wong, Bryn Elizabeth Withy, Theodore Michael Yankauer, Molly Margaret Yoder, Luca Patrick Zazera, Rada Zhang, Ryan Grant Ziskin. For the degree Bachelor of Science in Education, Ava Rose Cantwell, Maya Nicole Constantino, Kendall Ryan DeMorat, Emma Philomena Feld, accompanied by Martin, her service animal. Molly Elizabeth Fuller, Emma Frances Maynard, Cleo Sandor Ray, Grace Elizabeth Sharp, Daniela Sophia Tardera. For the degree Bachelor of Music, Elizabeth Rose Dondingler.
President Bravman, it is my pleasure to present the graduates from the College of Engineering, 173 strong. Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Engineering, Ivan Pitt Chan. Max Andrew Clark. William James Colgrove. Kelly Aileen Demore. Joseph Guillen. Claire Elise Hayes. Evelyn Faith Hergenham. Weijin Kang. Christopher Thomas Kirby in absentia. Connor Michael Kozik. Minsub Lee. Madeline Elizabeth Laker. Elizabeth Ann Malley. Andy Elizabeth McCullough. Abigail Nicole Schwang. Jackson Raphael Vinerub. Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Lyric Monet Abdul Rashid. Xander David Bauer. Victoria Isabella Burek. Shane Michael Kudry. Serena Francesca DeFinis. Will Harris Feldscher. Maya Ann Fetzer. Myrna Sofia Guerra Torres. Megan Olivia Harold. Carson James Holloway. Joshua Gabriel Kirsten. Cleo Irene Kokolis. Hayden Lionel Linkerhoff. Christian Hunter Owens. Antoine James Robinson. Jolene Huynh Tron. Michael E. Trommer. Braden Paul Young. Ryan Christopher Zmarzlik. Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering and Bachelor of Management. Antonio Michael Emilio. Dylan Tyler Chappell. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering. Finnegan Michael Atkins. Jack DeBell Barnett Mold. Reagan Flynn Blackwell. Christian Alejandro Cruz. Jasmine Marisol Cruz. Luca Marco Dowdle. Nini Gugwadze. Mason Thomas Helms. Christopher Glenn Corey. Rebecca Annalise Lando. Jeremy Lincoln Mann. Simon Tennant Smith Martin. Victoria Isabel Miller Tuchon. Mark Alexander Maroya. Ronan Francis O'Driscoll. Charlotte Elizabeth Olin. Melissa Omerovich. Andrew C. Pultz. Connor Shane Rogan. Ava Catherine Schaefer. Emma J. Simons. Aiden R. Tacker. Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering and Bachelor of Management, Adam James Walker. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Kelly Caitlin Interiano. Trevor Owen Lamb. Royale Zhang. Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering and Bachelor of Management, Aiden Thomas Shetterly. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering, Chong Min Bark. Anna Elizabeth Barrios. John Joseph Benai IV. Graham Harris Billington. Nikita Dmitrovich Pachutsky. Lyman McLeod Brackets. Nathan Joseph Casarsa. Ethan Cole Drees. John Cameron Eaton. Allison K. Flaherty. Ella Greer Fleischer. Andy Gow. Parker Riley Jackson. Peter Augustus Johnstone.
Congratulations, Parker.
Casey Michael King. Ryan Michael Coes. Miles Robert Maloney. Michael F. Marola. Michael Anthony Myro Jr. Jean-Marie Niganzinzwe Nikambunziza. Hung Tien Nu. Jeremy Anton Nuzola. Sean Scott O'Connor. Hung Q Pham. Miguel A. Romero Muniz. Jonas Kvitst Scott. Caroline Marie Sheffitz. Rahul Sibal. Kate Spencer Strong. Tidro Wynn. Catherine Faith Rinn. Langdon Walker Allen. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Engineering and Bachelor of Arts, Jeffrey J. Gaines. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering, Yali Anzili. Robert William English. James Elliott Giffen. Rachel Catherine Griffin. Brenna Jane Kennedy. Aaron J. Casabo. Sean Michael Kusick. Keenan William Lamontagne. John Edward Murphy. Anna Christina Ottman. Connor F. Page. Gardy Renaud Philogene. Aditya Pudasaini. Eli Scott Strausser. Davidson Theosme. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Bachelor of Arts, Tobias Joseph Passion. Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering and Bachelor of Management, Aleph Tunsil, in absentia. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering, Justin Anthony Coyle. Alicia Vandenheuvel Cusick. Aiden Russell Davey. Demi Shexid Gonzalez. Rodnishala Lamage. Bradford John Matthews Jr. Brennan James Newcomb. Sean William Oakey. Joshua Michael Rader. Karen Cecilia Rippey. Livia Ann Zlocky. Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering and Bachelor of Management, Isabel Angelique Ramos. Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Sathumte Asamoah Nani. Jack Harry Borden.
Congratulations, Seth.
Riley Cole Bauer. Erickson Alexander Brown. Oren Bukowski. Julia Fleur Carey. Jesse John Choate. Alexander Joseph Crossing. Alexander John Dalton. Ethan Haim Firestein. Ryan Preston Furco. Alexander James Fitzpatrick. Benjamin Jacob Flaxman. Ryan Nicholas Gunnell. Kamal Mert Gooney. Joshua Clarence Hauk. Adrina May Ayakini. Jordan Ripley Kenton. Grant Stephen Kern. Catherine Doris Lash. Joshua Scott Lawrence. Jamie Micah Lickstein. Cameron James Lynch. Caitlin Hannah Mariama. Sarah Catherine McClelland. Angelica Michelle Novak. George Leal Palmiro. Kellen Orion Paulson. Willow Mist Perakovich. Kiana Janine Portillo. Jordan Ramirez. Matthew William Rodabaugh. Lauren Catherine Riemann. Jacob Gustav Reiner. Timothy James Robertson in absentia. Matthew Christopher Shearer. Michael Henry Schmidt. Daniel Luke Seark. Millard Finn Sposado. Kiara Marie Vesicchio. Melissa Claire Vietz. Macy Caitlin Volpe. Christian August Wadke. Marissa Nicole Wolf. Aiden Jasper Wood. Quinn Kelly Zabagalski. Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering and Bachelor of Management, Evan Santo Miserandino.
Mr. President, it is my pleasure to present the 168 candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Oliver John Abishakra, in absentia. Griffin J. Adams. Lauren Brooke Anderson. William Archer Anderson. Brooke Elizabeth Berry. Braden Rosser Beagle. Benjamin Robert Berkeley. Jordan Sorrento Berry. Samantha Elaine Kale Binswanger. Charles Blanche. Christian David Bodner. Jennifer Lynn Bolden. Samantha K. Bowles. Michael Diglio Brandt. Ava Elise Blay Brody. Aiden Charlotte Brooks. Katie Phyllis Brown. Quinn Charlene Bui. Samuel Wesley Bird Leitner. Jonathan Cole Cannon. Chelsea Kara Probst Capan. Michael Scott Capria. Ariana Marie Carrero. Alejandro Tomasi Carrillo. Michael Alexander Castro. Thomas James Cianci. Stephanie Maria Ciardiello. Caprice Antonia Chicolo. Joshua Keith Clahar Jr. Twyla M. Clark. Duncan Kermit Cloninger. Aaliyah Sophie Cohen. Thomas Michael Davis. Ryan Vincent Delaney. Julia Lauren Dembowitz. Aaron Forrester Dolan. Veronica A. Damanska. Wyatt Rogers Dunkel. Anna Isabel Eckert. Grace Teresa Exler. Ryan Fasinelli. Chase Matthew Ferguson. Christian John Ferraro. Shay Cormac Finney. Zoe Brokaw Frank. Bianca Frederica. Amanda Grace Gallo. Rena May Gallo. Owen Michael Gahagan. Madeline Louise Gerst. Nathaniel Eaton Gibson. Alex Justin Gill. Lauren K. Kreischer Gillespie. Carson Joseph Joost. Dominic J. Gonzalez. Bradford Reynolds Goodbar. Walker Rutherford Goodwin. Matthew Evan Gottelf. Jackson Patrick Graney. Preston Michael Gully. Charles Richard Haberman. Bay Carlton Harper. Catherine Eva Harrington. Emma Wynne Heath. Owen Dowd Heckscher. Madeline Faith Heineman. Sienna Bennett Henry. Sydney Grace Hess. Derek J. Hope. Dylan Alexander Jones. Laura Nagel Joyce. Matthew Joseph Carrick. Cooper Story Kendrick. Adam Jude Kerouac in absentia. Amina Khan. John Paul Karincich in absentia. Katerina Georgia Kostopoulos. Owen Thomas Kovacs. Charles J. Cranebucker. Megan Daly Kristinsky. Josiah Kwok in absentia. Vivian Alice Lachaud. Gianna Faith Lagrego. Caitlin Michelle Langer. Matthew Cole Lee. Caitlin Virginia Lahane. Garrett Hurst Lehman. Michael James Leschner. Ava Lynette Lindia. Tommy Liu. Stephen Robert Lucas. Axel N. Maillard. Alexa Kendall Mandry. William David Mangle, Jr. Jeffrey Theodore Manuel. Ian Patrick Marsh. Hadley Hammond Maxwell. Thomas Joseph Marinick. Frederick Jeremiah McLean. Connor William McDermott. Madison Cece McDonald. Ashling Madeline McGrath. Cade Thomas McGrath. Stella Sperry Michelle. Anne Novaire Middleton. Christopher Paul Morale. In absentia. William Hamilton Morse. Jack Thomas Morvillo. Brady Paul Muller. Caroline Morgan Murray. Nathan Michael Natoli. Lynn Khan Go. Fareen Nguyen. Kaylee Rose O'Connell. Ashley O'Connor. Jonah Stephen Packman. Jack Robert Parrott. Richard T. Perez. Sadie Elizabeth Phillips. Abigail Helen Platt. Hayden Michael Quinn. Owen Christopher Raby. Alexandra Faustina Ramoya. David A. Rangier Niavalo. Graham Scott Rifkin. James David Robbins. John Patrick Rogers. James Geoffrey Rogers. Whitney Mora Romweber. Benjamin David Rosen. Spencer William Roth. Michael Christopher Russack. Nicole Salante. Joseph Richard Sanito. Regan Page Sansevero. Leah Blair Schachter. Alexander Giovanni Shanone. Isabella Sophia Schra. Kenneth R. Scott, Jr. George Samus Seam. Ashton James Sempervive. Danielle Richard Schuster. Estrella Marina Silva Estrada. Charlotte Elizabeth Simeone. Dulgun Soil Erden. Haley Ann Spiker. Ava Marie Stallmeyer. Jackson Thomas Stroop. Benjamin Charles Sturman. Josette Ateo Sullivan. Amar Tahirovich. Selena Tang. Andrew Christopher Tart. Yosef Tesfagaber Teweldy. Tyler Vincent Thrutchley. Kate Augusta Tillman. Bradley Traeger. Luke Oliver Trevisani. Drew Jeffrey Usello. William Fitzwater Vincent. Christian Alejandro Wall. Jacob Shea Weiss. Ryan Thomas Werneberg. Christian Michael Wheela. Cassidy Farron Wong. Ethan Wong. Samantha Costello Barcia Yerish. Emma Lorraine York.
I'm happy to present candidates for the graduate program of 2026 for the Master of Arts. Haley Beardsley. Olivia G. Wychuck. For the degree Master of Science, Christina Y. Clark. Hedya Davidi Kienersi. Aliana Getz. Kayla Ellen Lickner. For the Master of Science in Chemical Engineering, Chimezi Frank Onwunji. For the Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, Anthony Fabian Nyoko. For the Master of Science in Environmental Engineering, Tyler Marlin Dunn. For the Master of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Joseph James Lombardi. And last but not least, Mohammad Rashidi.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2026. And now I am pleased to introduce Mr. Jawaad, or KJ Benson, a member of the class of 2026, who will deliver the class response. KJ?
Whew. A lot of energy up here, guys. Okay. Good morning to Bucknellians, past, present, and future. Distinguished faculty, friends, family, and especially the class of 2026. My name is Jawaad KJ Benson, and today I am honored to share what it means for you to sit in those seats. Whether you are one of the many in your family to continue your college tradition, or, like me, a first-generation college graduate, breaking Thank you. Breaking the generational curse and setting new standards, there is one thing that is certain. This is your moment. So if you haven't done so, take a deep breath, hold it in, and breathe slowly, because I want to take the next 5 minutes to tell you that you've made it. When we first arrived on campus, we already had an idea of what college would be like. We dreamed of the big moments. The first day of classes, the big games / Cap Center events, the internships, research, conferences, a mixture of that good old Saturday morning fun, and of course, graduation. Our vision was clear. The journey was about to begin. But if there's one thing that Bucknell has taught us is this: it's not the big moments that shapes us, it's the moments between them. On average, you made it through years of early mornings, hunting for spoons in a cafe, chicken nuggets for subsistence, energy drinks, and whatever friend will let us vent about our professors and our assignments. Or what about that walk across campus when it's 10 degrees, but miraculously turns into 70 degrees in the afternoon? I mean, come on now. Previous generations loved to talk about walking a mile in 2 feet of snow, but did they ever have to pack fall, summer, and winter clothing just to make it through the day? We made it through the late nights at Bertrand Library when just 1 hour somehow turns into 6. Or my personal favorite, deep intellectual conversations that start as small talk and somehow turns into something that sticks with you for years. At Bucknell, we didn't just learn in classrooms, we learned everywhere. We learned in group projects that didn't always go smoothly, but they taught us patience, leadership, and an ability to express ourselves that benefits the entire team. And we learned from each other. Okay. People with different backgrounds, ages, beliefs, and perspectives who challenged us to grow in ways we didn't expect. Most importantly, we learned that growth isn't always comfortable. Some of us took our experiences abroad and exchanged cultures and creative ways of thinking, while others, like many of our international students, chose Bucknell because it meant going abroad for 4 years. You flew hundreds to thousands of miles away from family, and we are proud and honored that you chose Bucknell as your home. There were moments we all doubted our abilities, moments we felt out of place, moments where we exceeded expectations, and moments where we fell short. But guess what? You made it. It means we adapted. It means we supported each other. It means we kept going even when it wasn't easy. And that's more than a simple education. That signifies a Bucknell experience. And what makes that experience so powerful is that it belongs to all of us. It doesn't matter if you dreamt of being a scientist, artist, athlete, or engineer. We are all here today celebrating how each person has a different story, but they all connect. We are Bucknellians. And whether you found your place on the quad, in a lab, on a stage, or a team, or still searching for what comes next, you are a part of something bigger than yourself. You are a part of this community. And that is something that we will carry with us long after today. A year from now, we might not remember every assignment or every exam, but we will remember how this place felt. We will remember the people who showed up for us, the times we surprised ourselves, the moments we realized we're capable of more than what we thought. So let us carry that resiliency beyond today. The next time you're having a bad day, I want you to remember you spent 2 to 4 years cultivating the skills to face any challenge, even in the face of adversity. And after the emotional high of graduating dissipates, there will be more obstacles to face. So, to the parents and the loved ones in the audience, there will come a time when each one of us students will encounter a test that will question our character. When we walk out the door, the likelihood of rejection increases by the second, and we will face many battles. And all I ask is that you don't allow us to carry our shield home. Invite a conversation where someone can feel encouraged to be who they are without judgment. Allow outsiders to form opinions, but let our community uplift each other. So class of 2026, this isn't just an ending. It is a continuation of everything we started here. And wherever we go next, whatever path we take, we'll carry this experience with us. Not in just what we know, but in who we become. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2026. KJ out.
KJ, thank you. That was really special. Thank you. Graduates, that's what you are now. You are graduates. Always remember that this place, that Bucknell, is your home. For you and for our 56,000 alumni around the world. No matter where you go, no matter what you pursue, or how long it's been, this place and this community will be here for you. Go and do difficult things. Go and do important things. Go and build a better life for yourselves your families, and for the world. That's easy now because you're Bucknellians. Thank you. I invite everyone now who is able to rise and joining in the singing of the alma mater.
With biting sting, our hearts with youth's undaunted chorus shall end with praise of Bucknell ring.